I just wanted to talk about another topic that was really kind of serious to me, and for the girlies that are, hell, I dare to say over 35, this may be something that concerns you as well. My body is just not the same.
Now if I wrote you a love note and made you smile at every word I wrote, would that make you wanna change your sleep?
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I am Risi. I was doing Pilates every day, 5 days a week until I fractured my foot. And then I fractured my foot. I was in a boot for 8. I was in the boot for 8 weeks. And then as soon as I got out of the boot, I had surgery. I had a bilateral salpingectomy. So I'll come back and tell you guys all about the bilateral salpingectomy too. But what I've noticed is, so I lost weight. I left, so I was working my 9 to 5 in office, and now I work my 9 to 5 at home. And so since I've been home, I have noticed that I have lost some weight. But what I also have noticed is, since I haven't been doing Pilates every day, that I'm getting kind of like soggy, and it's disheartening because when I put on my swimming suit and I look in the mirror, I'm like, yo, where's the cutie pie that used to like wear all these belly tops 7 days a week, and like the skin was all smooth, and the skin is not doing what I wanted to do anymore, y'all. And it's so frustrating. And I don't want to be a baby, right? So that's the other thing. While I am super duper blessed to be here another day, like, I'm loving everything God gave me, but I do believe in enhancements. I believe that things can be enhanced for the better, and especially if it's something that you don't like, that you have to change it. Well, I don't like the way my body looks, and so now I'm working again to change it. I've been doing Pilates. I'm doing Pilates at home, but since my surgery, which was a laparoscopic belly surgery, but my goal before I had that surgery was to go hard and lift in the gym. And now I'm back to kind of slow motion lifting, like lower weights. I really wanted to lift hard and heavy because I was really trying to build some muscle, and really, I like lifting. I like lifting heavier too, actually. So now I'm finding that I can't lift as heavy as I want to lift, and it's making me sad, y'all. And again, like I said, I don't want to be a baby. While I'm grateful that I can get up and move my body, I can walk. So I've been walking. I bought a standing desk. So I have 2 desks in my office. I have a standing desk that I work at most of the day, most of the time. Even when I'm editing, I'm standing here because I'm trying not to sit on my cellulite and wrinkly skin. And while it's beautiful, yes, but when I went on my vacation and I'm standing there all like posed for those photos, and when those photos came back and I saw what my body looked like, it made me happy to have this body, but sad that it doesn't look the way I want it to look. And it's not about comparison or anything to anybody else. It's just that my body is aging differently than I wanted it to age, and some days it makes me sad. And so I just want to come on here and say to the other people, don't give up, you guys. And it's gonna take some work. I already know that it's gonna take much more work at a longer pace than I had planned. I think that's the problem, because in my mind, once my foot was better, I got out the boot. I'm like, yo, I'm going to the gym, because my community has a clubhouse and we have a gym. I don't have to pay for membership. And so my plan was, in the mornings, drop my daughter off and go straight to the gym and lift heavy for at least spend some time in the gym, like 45 minutes to an hour. And then once I had that surgery, it kind of set me back on my, like I said, my heavy lifting. I can't lift as heavy as I want to, but I'm looking at the way my body is, and it's frustrating. And here's the other thing. Since I had my surgery, which was September 27th, I had my bilateral salpingectomy September 27th. So I would just say October 1st. Since then, I have noticed that my weight is down, but I am more rotund. So my belly is more bloated looking. I don't weigh as much as I did before. I actually found a picture of myself in August where, to me, I look skinny, but I weighed more. And since my surgery, I weigh less, but I'm more rotund in the belly area. It looks like I have a new pregnancy, and that's not fun. But I think what happened too is that after the surgery, I was okay, and then I think it threw me completely into menopause. And so I know that's a lot of information. Like, what? She's talking about menopause, her body, her weight, but these are things that we have to discuss. And these are things that women don't openly come on here or openly talk about with people. I'm not going to say come here, but these are things that we don't openly talk about. And this is a part of the aging process. And I'm not saying everybody has to age this way, but we are aging. Hopefully, prayerfully, we are getting older. I pray everyone gets to be as old as humanly possible, because that's my goal. I am going to live into 107. But while living to 107, I want all my faculties. I want to be able to see well. I want to be able to stand upright. I want to be strong. I want my balance. I want to be able to eat foods well. I want, good foods going in my body. And I want my skin to look good. And so now I'm just in this weird space where I'm menopausal, y'all. And I was trying to wait until after this month to see, because my cycles have been irregular over the past couple years. And so I knew that I was perimenopausal. I did know that. But after the surgery, the salpingectomy, I did not think that this would happen, because people have salpingectomies all the time, younger people, and they still have their menstrual cycles. I think that's it. Like, the week that my period was supposed to come, I got so sick. I was nauseous. I had the chills one day. I had a pain in my belly. I was bent over, bloated like crazy. So I was still popping those gas X that I had from surgery, because I'm like, why am I gassy like this? Like, this is crazy. But I was popping gas X. I did all those things, and that whole week went by, and I did not have a period. And so what I know is, what I think I know is that I have been thrown into menopause. And so now that's the new struggle for me, is how to combat menopausal weight. And we have a treadmill in this house, but aside from the treadmill in this house, I am going to put a walking pad under this desk, under my standing desk. I've been standing up and working for the last couple of days since I put my desk together. I put the desk together Friday. So I've been standing and working. I've only been taking sitting breaks, like here and there, like 10 minutes. I may take a sitting break, but for the most part, I'm standing, and I'm standing, but I'm moving in place. I'm moving my feet. I'm doing little things just so I won't sit down, so I won't get exhausted standing. And I've stood before. I'm a nurse. I've been a nurse for 2000. This is So almost 25 years. So I've been a nurse for 24 years. So I can stand on my feet. I can move. I can walk. I can do those things for 8 hours. But I just need to figure out how to get this regimen together to work on this menopausal weight, this menopausal belly, and just deal with the other symptoms that are going along with being menopausal. It's a weird place to be in. And at one point, I saw a commercial where people were like, are you hearing things? Like, is this, and this? And it's like, yo, I be like, huh? I think somebody's calling me and they're like, nobody is saying anything to you. And it's just weird. It's just a weird space to be in. And so I just want to throw this out here because I'm sure there are other women living in this space. And so I'm going to do something brave. I am going to show you guys what I look like, a full body. And so I am going to adjust my camera and move across the room so you guys can see me. Okay, you guys, so we're going to see, I'm using my pocket 2 and I'm walking back. So you can see that wow, when I was a younger girl, and I'll say almost 30 years ago. Actually, today is my oldest son's birthday. Today is December 18th. And when I got pregnant with him at 20 years old, I weighed 99 pounds. And I know that seems ludicrous, right? But my height is not that tall. 5'1"-ish. And my frame is kind of small bone frame. So, I have slimmer bones. My mom is tall and slim, like 5'7" and slim. But I got the curse of being shorter, like my dad's family. They're Nigerians. And so I have a lot of butt, which is different now that I'm aging. The butt isn't doing what I wanted to do. It's a little wide. I've always had hips. So I have corners on my hips. I got these cornered hips. I got thick thighs. And then I have this huge derriere. That's not as huge as it was, actually. At one point, people thought that I had, like, my butt was so big, it looked like that I could have had surgery. Except the only thing is my thighs match. Now the bottom don't match because the calves are like this, but it slowly gets wider. And I got thick hips, corners, and big butt. I got broad shoulders. I got long arms. But the point of this is I used to have a really tiny snatched waist. And yeah, I have 4 kids, right? I have 4 C-sections. So I get it. It's not going to be what it was, like it was. And I've always tried to work out a little bit here and there to make it be like it was. At one point, I was wearing waist trainers. After my 4th child, I was in a waist trainer like all the time. But they're uncomfortable. I didn't like the way I felt. And right now, I don't like anything squeezing my body. So that makes it hard for me too. Because some days I really want to waist train, but I don't like the way it feels. I don't like being squazzed. I don't like to be in anything that's restricted. I don't wear clothing that's hard. I don't wear shoes that are too high. I don't wear stuff that's too hot. So many, this menopausal, perimenopausal, whatever. I can't be too cold and I can't be too hot. That's just what it is. But all that to say is that this now is not doing what I wanted to do. And so I'm struggling. I'm struggling with my body image. And while I know all the things, I am a smart woman, right? I'm an educated woman. I can do so many things. I'm getting ready to spin this camera and I'm trying not to make y'all dizzy while I spin this camera around. But I'm a smart woman. I know that. I'm an educated woman. I know that. I'm a great mom. I know that. I'm a great wife most of the time, right? I know that. I love the people that I love. I care about people. I'm giving all those things. And I'm an auntie, which is like, I'm a legit auntie, right? So I was an auntie at 4 years old. My sister had my first nephew when I was 4 years old. So I've been an auntie for a long time. But now I'm an auntie in the sense of like, yo, at the club, I'm an auntie. It's different. It feels different, y'all. And I'm struggling. And I came on here to publicly say, for the other girlies who sometimes are scared to say this, I am struggling with my body image. I'm struggling. And while my husband tells me I'm beautiful, he does. Yeah, I'm looking at my large screen. I'm just doing a little bit of work while I'm talking to. But while my husband tells me I'm beautiful, I get it and I appreciate it. But I often tell him I'm not even competing with the other girls out there. Sometimes I know for a fact I'm competing with the 20-year-old Risi, the 20-year-old girl who wore midriff bearing tops every day. And I said midriff, it's that's it's the older word. But I had my belly out every day. Had my belly out every single day. I was very slim. My waist was so tiny it looked like I would crack. If I bent backward, it looked like I would break. I always had a larger breast. I always had a larger butt with hips. I didn't love that. Now I'm seeing how, it wasn't so bad then, sis. It wasn't so bad. Because I thought my butt was too big. I thought my breast was too big. I used to be like, oh, all this butt, all this breast, this too much, blah, 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 woo, woo. And now I'm like, and I don't want to be 99 pounds. I can't do 99. But I can safely do 135 or 139 if I can build enough muscle to where I don't look old. Because that's the other thing. When you start to age and you get too skinny, you start to get too old looking and too wrinkly. And I ain't trying to do that either. I'm trying to keep some suppleness to my skin. So I'm drinking hella water. I'm taking supplements. I'm taking vitamins. I eat mostly good foods. And when I say mostly, I mean like today I ate oatmeal. That's kind of junk foodish to me. So I usually don't do it. And it was oatmeal packets. That's why it was junk. Because I usually make steel cut oats. But I eat good foods. I don't eat any meat from cows. I don't eat any meat from pigs. I don't eat any meat from goats. I don't eat any meat from turkeys or chickens. Very rarely I eat meat from fish. I used to consume more fish. Like fish was my main staple for a while. I used to consume fish, shrimp, but not a lot. So I hardly consume shrimp at this point. If I consume shrimp, I would say I may have, and I don't even really want it because, I used to eat it before, but I do know that it's not the healthiest of, the sea creatures, right? So every blue moon, and when I say every blue moon, I would say once every 3 months, I have something that has shrimp in it. Try not to consume shrimp. I stopped consuming the vegan products like Impossible and Beyond and Morningstar Farms, which I grew up eating. I stopped trying to consume all of those products and look for things that are made with lentils and that are like processed in a food processor with real foods. That's the stuff I try to eat. So if I eat a veggie burger, I make sure that it's made with black beans, lentils, green peppers, onions, just like real veggies and stuff, and not like Impossible or Beyond. So I eat fairly decent, but this menopause is still kicking my ass. I don't know what to do. But anyway, I just wanted to make a video and talk about my body and how I am struggling. And when I say struggling, I dare to say some days I struggle to feel cute enough. And when I say cute enough, I mean cute enough for myself, not for anyone else. Cute enough for how I want to feel and how I want to look when I go outside the house. Now your girl can throw something together. Now let me share. I ain't terrible with it, but I'm just saying on a daily basis, sometimes I'm struggling. And I don't know if that's body dysmorphia or if that's just a 40-some-year-old girl going through menopause, and this is what it's turning out to be. This is what it is. This is your life right now. But I'm looking at ways to turn it around, because y'all, your girl has been practicing poses, because I'm going to be in one of them bikini, competitions. I do. I mean it. These aren't jokes. This is real life shit. I want my body to be so banging to me, not to anyone else, to me, to where I can stand and, one of those bikini competitions, because I think that is just so fly when you can take the time and the energy and the effort to transform the human body into something else. I love that. I love it. But I feel like now I'm rambling, so I'm going to sign off. So anyway, I'm glad to be back with you guys, and I will see you soon. Until the next video, peace and hair grease.